महारानी की जय सच सुध की जय और lower one. जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We are reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita. I have sent you one video. I think you got it in your WhatsApp.
I don't have my phone.
You can bring it.
Yeah.
And you need to display it there when I say.
Oh, you have to send to Radha.
Send to Radha.
Okay,
I have his WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, yeah.
that's good. It's a nice video I have found the day before yesterday. So I think it can be a nice lesson for all of us. So we are reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, chapter 10, text 137. I think it's available here.
Yeah.
Okay. Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahitir Bhogini
Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahitira Bhagini
Shri Radharo Dashi Modde Jaranam Guni
Shri Radha Dasi Madhye Yanra Namagani
Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahitir Bhogini
Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahitira Bhagini
Shri Radharo Dasi Modde Jaranam Guni
Shri Radha Dasi Madhye Yanra Namagani
Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahitir Bhogini
Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahitira Bhagini
Shri Radharo Dasi Modde Jaranam Guni
Shri Radha Dasi Madhye Yanra Namagani.
You can recite.
Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahitira Bhagini
Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahitir Bhogini
Shri Radha Dasi Madhye Yanra Namagani
Shri Radha Dasi Modde Jaranam Guni
Madhavi Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahiti Rabhagini
Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahiti Rabhagini
Shri Radha Radhasi Madhye Yanrana Magani
Shri Radha Dasi Mudde Jalanamagani
Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahiti Rabhagini
Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahiti Rabhagini
Shri Radha Radhasi Madhye Yamana Magani
Shri Radha Dasi Mudde Jalanamagani
Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahiti Rabhagini
Madhavi Devi Shiki Mahiti Rabhagini
Shri Radha Radhasi Madhye Janrana Magani
Shri Radha Dasi Mudde Jalanamagani. Synonym Madhavi Devi.
Madhavi
The name Madhavi Devi.
The name Madhavi Devi
Shiki Mahitir
Shiki Mahitira
of Shiki Mahiti.
Shiki Mahiti
Bhagini,
Bhagini
sister.
Sister
Sri Radhara
Shri
of
Radha
Srimati Radharani.
Srimati Radha
Dasi Madde
Dasi Madhye
amongst the maid servants.
amongst the maid servants
Jara,
Yanra
whose
whose
Nama,
Nam
name,
name
Gani,
Gani
count.
Count
Translation and purport by His Divine Guru Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai
Madhavi Devi, the 17th of the prominent devotees, was the younger sister of Shiki Mahiti. She is considered to have formerly been a maidservant of Srimati Radharani. Purport. In the Antolila of Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 2, verses 104 to 106, there is a description of Madhavi Devi. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu considered her to be one of the maidservants of Srimati Radharani. Within this world, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had 3.5 very confidential devotees. The three are Sharab Gosai, Sri Ramananda Rai, and Shiki Mahiti. And Shiki Mahiti's sister, Madhavi Devi, being a woman, was considered to be the half. Thus it is known that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had 3.5 confidential devotees. Here the conclusion from Srila Prabhupada in his purport. Om Aggana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshushamilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Swami Rupam Padam Dadati Sapatam Sakam Vande Om Shri Guru Shri Padakamalam Shri Guru Vishnu Shri Shirikam Shagrajatam Sagana Raghunatha Nitam Tam Shajivam Sadekam Savadutam Parijanasekam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padana Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanitam Cham Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Brahma Jagatpate Gopashapika Kantara Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishuvana Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priya Panchakalpaturu Vishnu Prabhashan Rupai Vacha Patitanam Pavanam Vishnu Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. There is nothing wrong chanting 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It's always good. Yahaite sarva siddhi hoive savar sarvakhan japite vidinaya. That is the conclusion from the scriptures that can bring all the auspiciousness in our life. Yahaite sarva siddhi hoive savar sarvakhan japite vidinaya. So that is the conclusion that we should chant constantly every single moment, even in the sleeping. We see how Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj, have you seen that video, particular video that was available in the internet? Yeah, he's going on. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told in one of his associate, Bhalo na khaibe, bhalo na poribe, then The conclusion was like, Braje Radha Krishna Shava Manase Koribe. Doing the service of Radha Krishna even in the continuously in the mind, because there is nice saying in Srimad Radha and all of the Gopikas, they are chanting Annira Jivana Mana Amaraya Brindavana Mane Bano Eko Koro Jani Tatumara Padadayo Karao Jadi Udayo Tabije Taha Purnamani. Srimati Radharani Thakur is saying that Annira Jivana Mana Moro Mana Brindavana. My mind is the Brindavan, because however there is Krishna, that is considered to be Brindavan, and the Supreme Personality of Lord Sri Krishna, he never left Brindavan. Authorized by the prominent Acharyas that Krishna never left Vrindavan even for a single moment. That is the beauty of the transcendental nature and transcendental world, that simultaneously everything is possible. Even a pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada mentioned in one of his purport, even a pure devotee can manifest himself in 3 different forms. Simultaneously they can stay in 3 places at a time. Of course, if you want the reference, I have to search for it. But it's authentic. So, what about the Krishna? And the same thing we see in the Brahma Bimohan Leela, and Brahma was bewildered by watching the transcendental pastimes of Krishna and his boyfriend, and Brahma was totally, confused how it can be possible. And the same thing, and then when later Krishna wanted to give him a good lesson, Jai Radha Parisisvara Bhagavan ki Jai, Nitai Shachi Surata ki Jai, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So Brahma was confused, and he was asking Lord Krishna, oh my dear Lord, how it can be possible? I have read all of the Vedic scriptures, and it is to be considered myself as the greatest scholar. So how it can be possible? The Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is taking the remnant from the general, assembly, like the general people, he is considering like this. And regarding this, I can remember one nice pastime, how it's really so, confusing matter, and generally anyone can got bewildered. Like I have heard one nice pastimes from Bhakti Vijay Bhagavad Swami Maharaj, that once when the lunch is going on amongst the Krishna and his dear friends, boyfriends, so there are hundreds and thousands of devotees are there, Gopa Balaka. So we know the most of the prominent his sakas like Madhumangal, Subal and many others. So one of them is Madhumangal. He used to, and he actually liked to eat huge amount of prasadam, as much as he can. So he was a Brahmana, he was son of the Brahmana. So generally it's being said that it will be an offense. Brahmana normally should be a little bit greedy. There is nice pastimes also regarding this. When all of the sages and brahmanas, they got assembled in the bank of Saraswati, and they are trying to get the conclusion who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead among the Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. And there are many rishis like Angira, Atri, many great rishis are there. So they are giving so many conclusions, they are giving so many references from different parts of the different scriptures, and so the debating and argument was going on and on. So there was no final conclusion from anyone's side. So then later they concluded, okay, let's have a test. Who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? We will check it, we will verify it by our own effort. So by something very practical. You know this first time that is available in Krishna book. So later they It was, if I am not mistaken, it was Angira Rishi was decided from all of the sages. Everyone decided that Angira Rishi, he can do this particular service. What is the service? To decide.
To offend three deities, no?
Yes.
Wasn't it Brigu Muni? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, it was Brigumuni. It's not Angira. Thank you. So you know the Leela, no?
Huh?
You know the Leela, this Leela? Okay.
But nice, go ahead. That's how Brahmanas got poor.
Tell us more.
Yeah. We can't hear. It's not that we know, so we don't want to hear.
Okay, anyway. So then Brigumuni, it was not Angira, it was Brigumuni. Sometimes it's tough to remember the exact name.
There are so many.
So when he went, at first he went to Brahma. So there are three types of offenses generally we commit. So Kai, Mana and Bhakka. The subtle is the man, then that means doing something offensive in the mind, then by words, and then by physical activities. So when he went to Brahma, as Brigumuni is considered the Manashaputra of Brahma, he is the son of Brahma, so who has created from the mind of the Brahma. So then being present there, he didn't show respect to Brahma. So generally it should be that whenever we see our seniors, so we should give respect from our side. At least in our ISKCON society also it should be. At first we should say Hare Krishna. We should not write, okay, he will say then. Then I will say. It should be generally, that is the etiquette. So Brahma, noticing that, he became really angry. And when someone got angry, then there are different folds on the forehead. So it was seen very manifestly, and it was very vivid then that Brahma is not happy at all toward Bhrigu Rishi. Anyway, so Bhrigu was noticing that, okay, he is getting angry, that means he is not the supreme, he can't be. Then he went to Shiva. So Bhrigu and Shiva is considered to be friends, very close friend. So when Lord Shiva, he saw Bhrigu Rishi, and with full joy and happiness he came forward to embrace him. But because Bhrigu Rishi, this time he didn't want to show respect or something, it was a different situation to check and verify. So that's why he was doing this drama. He actually didn't embrace Shiva, saying that, okay, your body is not pure, you like to reside in the what is this, Shashana, cemetery?
Dust of cemetery.
Yeah. So you take the dust and you are eating like dhutra fool, dhutra fool, that is found in Bangladesh also in different parts of the world, and it's very dangerous. If someone take 3 to 4, then he will go to the abode of Jamraj. So normally Shiva took this, and there is a nice incident why he decided to take these things that is not being considered auspicious, that is not being used in the service of Lord. That particular incident is related with Brikasura. We don't want to go deep on this particular aspect. So then, while doing this offense by words, first of all he made the offense by mind to Lord Brahma, but now he is doing by words. And Shiva became so angry, he actually took his Trishula to kill him, to kill the Bhrigu Rishi. Then immediately Parvati was aside there, and he actually resisted Shiva not to kill his friend. And she told, oh my dear Lord, how can you do so? He is your friend. So please be cool and calm and let this poor Brahman go. So anyway, then he went to Vaikuntha, where Lord Vishnu, he was taking service of the goddess of fortune, Mata Lakshmi. And without even saying, without even doing the greeting, Bhikkhu Rishi actually kicked on the chest of the Lord Vishnu. And thus watching this, Mata Lakshmi became very upset. And from that incident, he actually given this curse that Brahmanas will be always poor and a little bit greedy. Of course not the Brahman in our Krishna Consciousness society. Because they are Brahmana, they are not miser. They are always full of transcendental knowledge and delivering this knowledge to get liberated, to deliver the poor souls, especially in the Europe. We see how the conditioning is going on, how the conditioning of the conditioned souls. They do whatever their mind says. They are just going here and there as their mind says, as their mind is giving themselves permission. So the point here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentioned about Madhavi Devi, who was the younger sister of Sikhi Mahati. So when we came first in Krishna Consciousness, it was maybe 10 years ago. So we are actually making so many debate and argument among ourselves, and it was really pleasurable for us. So we were doing this debate, how it can be possible. There are three and a half, closest, what to say? Intimate associates of Lord Sri Chaitanya. It should be either 3 or 4. How it can be 3.5? So later we understood that actually, as Sikhi Mahati, as Madhavi Devi, she is women, so she is considered the partial half in this particular regard. So that is a good point that we can learn from this particular verse, that how actually, to be honest, this debating and argument is going on even in the ISKCON, even in the many of the senior devotees, how some of them they want to exploit women, giving so many references from Manusmriti, even from Bhagavad Gita. And 2-3 days ago I was searching about this particular aspect, how different scriptures are saying. So there are actually, to be honest, there are many deepest and there are many criticizing some issues are also there in the scripture regarding the women. But as the days is past, we have to understand that scenario is totally different. And in this era of Kali, the mentality is totally getting changed. One can be women in the body of a man, or one can be man in the body of a woman, because even the pollution and the contamination is so deep nowadays. The normal symptoms are not being shown, even in the nature, in the people in general. So that's why, like earlier, it's not like this. In a particular way, one can give the argument, one can give the logics that men are superior or women are inferior, but it's totally depending on the mentality, and it's totally depending the service attitude that we are doing for the pleasure of the Lordship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because it is even by the medical science, it's proven that every single parts of the human body, regarding the as far as the weight, as far as the size is concerned, it's always the size of the kidney, brain, liver, every single part, the weight and the function, it's much more difficult and efficient and much more weighty considering to the women. That shows that as far as the physical strength is concerned, men are much more stronger than the women. But as far as the emotional And as far as the loving relationship and affection is concerned, women are the greatest. So Lord Krishna has designed in this way so that by the proper combination of male and female, there is a good combination and there is a good balance is there, so that by helping each other, by helping one another, we can deliver ourselves. So that is the most important thing. Even in residing in Krishna consciousness year after years, many devotees, they don't find this conclusion and they try to take one side on a particular way to show their logic, because the scripture it's like kalpataru, desire tree. Whatever you will try to find, you will get this. But we have to be selective, and we have to follow our superiors, our authority, our guru. Just like the same thing is described by Yudhishthira Maharaj, Dharma Satito Anito Goya Mahajanaso Gatasapanta. It is very difficult to find the conclusion of the Dharma. Only the real solution can be found from our superior. And that is the logic he was giving while there was the confusion going on whether the Pandavas, 5 of them, they should take the hand of the Draupadi. So that's why it's very important, and many times I give force in this particular aspect, what Srila Prabhupada told, what being Acharya, being, Acharya means he is the perfect man, because always the pure devotees, they know how to preach according to time, place and circumstances. Once I have heard a nice pastimes of Srila Prabhupada, that when he was in Africa, so while giving the lecture, he was explaining that those who are eager to take initiation from ISKCON, they have to follow 4 regulative principles and they have to chant 16 rounds. So while giving this discourse, he saw that the audience in front of him, they are just killing the flies and they are taking it. They are eating this immediately, so they are so expert. So then Srila Prabhupada mentioned that okay, from nowadays there is 5 rules for all of you: never take any insect, any flies. So why am I saying this? Because we have to find a balance. We have to find a balance in every aspect, in every particular incidents happening in our life, whatever it can be. Because to be honest, balance is the most golden word, and Krishna has made this universe in a particular way. If one be extreme in a particular way or in a particular method, then he must suffer. Even Chanakya Pandit, he told that Ati Sarvata Bhajanam, being extreme is always should be abandoned, because should be avoided, because if there is not balance between in every activities of our life, even body, mind and soul, there must be a chaos in our life. So many times when devotees are coming, even staying in Krishna consciousness years after years, they be fanatic, they be extreme, they follow extremism. Just like once I have heard one nice incident that especially in Pune and Chopati, they are highly restricted. The brahmacharis are highly restricted to even talk with Matajis without any necessary. So one day there was some devotees, brahmacharis, they were going, and there was an old lady. She was approximately more than 75. So, but a brahmachari, he argued, he protested, no, we can't go with this lady because brahmacharis are not supposed to go with women. But the scenario was totally different, because this woman, she is more than 75. So according to time, place and circumstances, the conclusion should be there. So we should never be fanatic, we should never be extreme in a particular way, because if you read the scripture more and more, then you will see there are being our philosophy is Achinta Bhedabhed Tattva, simultaneously everything is possible. In Krishna consciousness, multiple truth is possible simultaneously. Just like before getting trained in a sled camp, always my conclusion was like, I was thinking devotees are people either as good or bad, friend or enemy. But from that particular training, what we learned that is very important in our life, that there is something between that can be followed by the devotee. As Lord Krishna told that how a devotee should be behaved in a particular way, not become enemy or not become, too much closer to anyone. Like we can keep good relationship with anyone and everyone, but at the same time we should not be, like our Guru Maharaj told, we should not have any enemy, but we can have closer and closest friend in Krishna consciousness. So how can we avoid this? Because it is also stated by Kapil Deva, there are different types of devotees and there are almost 80 plus devotional process. I mean to say, according to the characteristics and classification of the devotees, how they behave. So it's also important. Krishna iti jashtagiritam manasadhriyata dikasti cheta pranati vichabhadantamisham shushtushaya bhajana viggam anannam anna ninda adisannaritam ishpiti sangalabda. How Rupa Goswami also told that we should be a little bit judgmental while taking, association of the even amongst the devotees. That doesn't mean that we should be negative to a particular person. There must be a balance. How it can be done? It can be done like, when we see, like normally we should not see fault of the devotees, but when we see that someone is doing something that is not aligning with the scripture, then we can avoid that particular person in a subtle way, so that even that person don't understand that I am avoiding him. And also we have to be very careful in this particular fact, so that there is no chaos, there is no problem created in our life. Like sometimes it happens that when we are not aligning with a particular devotee, then we want to criticize him behind him to the other devotees, but that should not be done, because it's very tough to understand Vaishnava Kriya Mudra Bhigguna Bhujai. It's very tough to understand the activities of a Vaishnava, because sometimes it may seem to us that this particular devotee is acting in a particular way that is not aligning with the scripture, but we don't know what is going on inside his mind. That's why now I want to share a very, very important formula. If any one of you follow this, I can guarantee, to be honest, for the last 4 to 5 years, I'm trying my best to follow this philosophy, and that's really, really important to avoid Vaishnava offenses. That is 3 bucket policy. So it's very, you can say, confidential knowledge, and if we implement this knowledge in our personal life, I can guarantee we can 100% sure we can avoid Vaishnava offenses, and we can be peaceful in our mind. So the 3 bucket policy is like, there are 3 buckets in front of us, and we have to decide the information or the incidents that is happening surrounding us. How can we decide, or how can we take a conclusion in a particular incident? Just like the first bucket is 100% sure bucket, 100% sure or 100% right bucket. Sorry, 100% true bucket, we can say also in this way.
Sorry, I don't understand this word.
This policy is called a 3 bucket policy.
Okay.
So there are 3 buckets, and we have to now put the informations or incidents that is happening surrounding us. The number 1 is 100% true bucket. The name of the first bucket is 100% true bucket. So this bucket, whenever we are getting any information or we are seeing anything happening surrounding us, or we see a Vaishnava, a particular person doing act in a particular way, then we have to think, am I 100% sure that this incident is 100% true? So if I have more than enough evidence and proof in my hand, it's not from my mental concoction or mental speculation, but I have several proof that this incident is 100% truth, then we have to put it in the first bucket. Hare Krishna. So we have to put it in the first bucket, means 100% true bucket. And the second bucket is 100% false bucket. So I saw the incident, I have got many information, and I have more than enough proof that this incident or this information is 100% false. Then we have to put it on the second bucket, and we have to take the decision depending on either it's true or false. And the number 3 bucket is called not sure bucket. So this bucket, we have to put the information on this particular bucket when we are not sure. We see that this devotee is acting in this way, but I'm not sure why he is acting in this way. So I have to be sure by other means. I have to get the information maybe from him directly, or I have to get the real source from where I can decide whether it's 100% true or 100% false. So if we see that the incidents or the scenarios are happening in our practical life, in most of the cases, almost 99% cases, the information will go in the third bucket, that not sure bucket. And that's most of the cases it's happened. Like I saw someone, he is doing something, but it giving me a little bit confusion, whether he is right or not, or why he is doing so, what's going on in his mind. But as I don't know, I have to put it on the third bucket. And the third bucket means I can't take any conclusion. I can't take any decision on this particular aspect until this information is going to second or first bucket. So if I have enough logic, if I have enough proof and evidence, then I can put it on the second or first. Then I can take decision according to whether it's 100% true or 100% false. So most of the cases, if we try to implement this 3 bucket policy, we will see that most of the cases will go on the third bucket. And in most of the cases, there will be nothing to do from outside, unless we are authority. Because whenever we see someone is doing some mischief, or someone is stealing something, at best what we can do, we can inform the police, we can call the police, we can inform the police, and we can handle this particular person to the police. But if we take the act in our hand, then police will come and they will take us also in the jail. They will say, no, it's not your duty because we are here, so you should just inform us, then we will take action against that person. So the same thing happening in the spiritual arena also, because Krishna has given this duty of police to Durga Devi, to Moya Devi, who is the taking care of the prisoners. So according to their actions, according to their activities, there are reactions that is ready for them. But when we are authority, then to keep the situation calm and quiet, to maintain a good environment and ambience, so that others don't get disturbed, and the services should go in a nice way, then we have to take this pain, because we are also part of this Durga Devi, because we are also given this permission by Lord to take care of the devotees and to take care of the incidents and scenarios, so that there is a nice environment is going on. So once I have heard that while roaming years after years in different spaces of the life, the jivas, they particularly from the beginning, they don't have any interest for Krishna, even they don't have any interest for the detachment. So every time during their time of death, they get frustrated. Oh, what I have done, everything is now going to be finished. So from this particular point, they get a little bit detachment, and vairagya is getting created in their mind. So from this little vairagya, and there are how many species are there? 84, like 84 million? 8 million? 4,000.
400,000.
Yeah, so in every living, so there is a little bit frustration, and we are just roaming. So, and then little by little, this detachment and vairagya is coming, like dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Generally, never bhakti comes never on the first place. First of all, there is a little bit detachment is coming. It's maybe for getting pain, for getting suffering, because the more we are getting attached to a particular person or to a particular object, the more the frustration is ready-made for us. As Krishna also told that those who are intelligent, they never got indulged in the activities of the sense, to the sense object, because that is the source of the getting entangled, and that is the source of the suffering and sorrows. So by this way, by little, this detachment is coming to our mind and heart. Then we try to give a little bit focus on the spirituality. Okay, as we are getting pain, we are not being satisfied from dharma, artha, kama. So let's have a check. What is moksha? Then we want to get inclined little by little, and by the mercy of Vaishnavas, only by the mercy of Vaishnavas, then we get. Of course, this action and reaction of karma is very subtle. Lord Krishna told in the Bhagavad Gita also, it's very difficult to understand even for the great sages and munis, because as there is a free will of the devotees, a free will of the living entities. So like while roaming in different, as a living entity, maybe I am a tree in a particular period of my roaming. So while being a tree, I am producing some fruits. So by the will or by the kindness of a pure devotee, he is taking some fruit from me, and he is offering it to Krishna. So normally, in a normal way, I should be, after tree, I should be in a upper species of life. Generally, it's gradually coming from sthavara, then to jangama, from trees to the walking animal, then the consciousness is getting higher and higher, and that is the gradual process, and that is the eye of revolution, not the Darwin theory. And so then but generally that should be the process. But as devotees, they have this free will to serve the Lord. They can serve as they wish to the Lord. So while serving, they have engaged my fruits or flower in the service of Krishna. Then immediately all of this revolution process immediately cut off, and immediately we got a chance to the human body, or to a particular body where there is much more enough services are there, scopes are there to serve Krishna. So especially in a human body. So when we get this human body, then there is much more scopes and opportunities are available for us to serve Krishna. And that is the way, and only that is the way by which one can get liberated. Otherwise, there is no other way. That's why it is being said, devotees are the most responsible to get to bring the deliverance for the living being. Even the most important than Krishna, because Krishna, to be honest, is not so kind in this particular way, you can say, because he is just watching and watching. He never give residing in the heart. He is just watching until we are giving, oh my dear friend, what to do. Then he will give, okay, now let it be done. Do it. Otherwise, he will just see. He will say nothing. So he is not so kind in this way. That's why we should give more and more focus to devotees. We should give more and more focus to the acharyas. especially to Srila Prabhupada and our Gurudev right now, because they are the only person who can deliver us. And also we should have a good relationship with the devotees. Most of the time devotees, they can't get this conclusion, how to keep a good relationship, how to keep the balance. Sometimes they are giving too much force to details, and that particular details leads to the breaking in the relationship. So we should have the focus, which one is most important, to the details or to keep the relationship with the devotees. For example, like one devotee, he's now it's very important for him to go to office or to go to he have something very urgently important. So he is demanding that can I take a little bit prasadam. So being a pujari, if I say no, I didn't finish my washing yet, so I can't do it now. Yeah, it's important. It's mentioned in the scripture that it should be washed, but that is the scenario that is not happening every day. It's very important, because if we not honor the devotees, if we not now give the food to the devotees, then he will be he will be in a striving position. He will be hungry. So it's much more important than washing the pots or washing the plates than focusing on the devotees. But most of the time we don't understand this philosophy. We are following these rules and regulation and details. Why? Because we want to keep a good relationship with devotees, with Krishna. So if the goal is missing, then what the purpose of doing the details? Of course, that doesn't mean that that particular devotee will get the chance. Okay, as he is giving me the chance, so I have to take this chance every day, and I will come and I will take this opportunity to take prasadam before it should be served. And also, it is stated in different scripture in different Ataiva Vaishnava Seva Parama Upay Avashya Milebe Krishna Vaishnava Kripa. There is no other way. So the final thing is we have to surrender to the Vaishnava, surrender to the Krishna. So that's why it's very important to keep the balance in every particular aspect of our life. And the more we will be advanced in the devotional life, the more these things will be clarified to us, and we will focus on every single detail. Just like I want to finish by saying one nice incident that simultaneously give us a good lesson and also give us a little bit pain also, because the few days ago, Shrutakirti Prabhu came. Mm-hmm. So once he went to Pune. So there was a young devotee, he was in the service of taking care of the new guests. So Shrutakirti Prabhu went there, and he told that, may I get a guest room? But this new comer, he didn't recognize him, and he is saying that no, I can't do it, because you have to go through all of the rules and regulation that is being prescribed to get a room. So then he told, you know me? Do you know me? He told, I don't care about it. Even I don't feel the need to know about him. Then he became really frustrated, and he once shared in one of his lectures that is our ISKCON, just see. So he is saying this, getting upset, and that's very dangerous for this particular young devotee also. He told that I am Shrutakirti Das, I am the servant of Srila Prabhupada, so can I have a discussion with your manager, with the president or maybe? So he told okay. Then he called the president, and when the president came, he saw, oh, it's Shrutakirti Prabhu, and he scolded this particular boy. You rascal, you should give him the room without any debating. So many times it happens also while we are serving the prasadam. Sometimes some senior devotee came, or like some Sankirtan devotee came. So it's very important for them to go to the Sankirtan at the right time. So we should do a little bit tricks on this particular time, so that we can make them pleased, so that our main goal is being fulfilled. So if we think, no, prasadam should be served at the 1:30 only, and you have to wait until 1:30, no. Because they are not doing this for their sense gratification. Just to see the same Leela in the Leela Govinda, he was the servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So while sometimes one day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sleeping in front of the door. So now Govinda, he was in the confusion what to do, because it's the time for the Mahaprabhu to take bath. So he had to prepare all of these utensils for him. So thinking that, he was doing a little bit calculation, and then he thought, okay, as I am not doing it for my sense gratification, so it's allowed. So he take over the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and later he did all of the things that is being needed for the particular service. And when it's time for him to take prasadam, now he had to come back by the same oil, by taking over on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, but this time he is not doing this. He is staying. He is staying hungry. So that is the process. So that's why it is being said, dharma, dharma satata nihita guayam. Guayam means it's very confidential and very secret. Many times it's very difficult even for the great sages and rishis to understand and to get a conclusion what is dharma. Just like that day we were having discussion, even Bhishma, Drona, they got confused. Of course, the purpose, there was something was going on Krishna's mind. That's why they become a little bit, bewildered on this particular time. But anyway, it's very difficult. So that's the point. Always we have to have a balance in terms of decision, in terms of behavior, in terms of our spirituality. Like sometimes some devotees say, Sankirtan, I don't want to mention. One devotee is residing in the temple. He is saying to me, every day he is demanding me, okay, now today you are going to Sankirtan. So I say, Prabhu, I have Randobo today at this time. So if I go to Randobo, then I will miss Sankirtan. No, it's Sankirtan most important. I told my appointment is also important. I will miss it, then I will be in frustration. And one day my friend is coming, so I told I have to keep prasadam from him. So he's coming for the first time in the temple. So I think it's also important. No, Sankirtan is much more important. I told, yeah, it's also important. I understand, but this is also important. So that doesn't mean that whenever we are getting chance, we should neglect going to Sankirtan or doing some other services. Sometimes some devotees, they want to escape, giving some lame excuse. Like once time, some of the devotees, they are watching World Cup, and when some senior called them, okay, where are you? Prabhu, we are some devotees gathered here. So what are you doing? We are getting association. Okay, so what are you doing particularly? We are watching television. We are watching football match. No, that's not the association. Okay, I think that I should stop here. So the most important thing, balance is the golden word. So to be honest, for the last few months, I am trying to gather some information to make a particular book on this. I mean to say a workshop to add some drama with this picture, with this, how to make balance between study and spirituality, how to make balance in Grihastha life, between taking care of the family and doing the job, how to make balance in brahmachari life. So I have to, of course, show it to some senior devotees, so that it's not coming from my mental concoction. So let's see. I have already decided more than 30 topics, so maybe it will be a big workshop. Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. I think you have some correction, not any question. If not...
Yeah, I had a question when you mentioned at the beginning about Lakshmi Devi, who cursed the Brahmanas to be poor.
Yeah.
This I understand this curse of, okay, you did this to Lord Vishnu, then it cursed you to be, that all Brahmanas become poor. But then you mentioned also that she cursed that the Brahmanas become greedy. And I feel it's a bit, I don't understand the purpose of this curse, because it's not serving her motive that they love, like they worship more Vishnu and so on. And if the Brahmanas keep their greediness, then they will continue being against Vishnu. So, what was the purpose of this curse, this aspect of the curse?
To be honest, that is eligible for the Varnashram Brahmana. It's not for the Vaishnava Brahmana. Because there is two types of Varnashram. One is Devi Varnashram and one is normal Varnashram. So in the normal Varnashram, we see those who are family priests, they are really most of the time, they are really poor and a bit greedy. That's true. But those who are Vaishnava Brahmana, as Vaishnavas, they are totally beyond this system of Varnashram. And that's why these rules actually not applicable for them. But still, there maybe are teens. Because we can't, sometimes we think that become a devotee, we ignore even the influence of the Graha Nakshatra, influence of the demigods. We think, okay, these are not will work as I am devotee. But no, this will work. But like if there is marriage in the horoscope of a brahmachari, then it will come again and again in his life. There will be a huge influence, but still he can be a brahmachari if he took shelter of Narasimhadev and if he took shelter to the Radha Parisisvara or Radha Madhava, then he can save himself. But the influence will be must there. So that's why as Mata Lakshmi caste, so as we are also a part of this Varnashram system, that can be there unless we be careful about it, unless we give more focus on Vaishnavism than other than this system of taking Brahmin initiation. I don't want to mention one devotee of Radha Parisisvara, like our congregation. So one day he told that, unless one take Brahman initiation, the Gurudev is not taking his responsibility. And he's saying this in front of many devotees, and it was really frustrating for me. I did a little bit debate with him with humble manner. I told Prabhu, can you give me reference of this? You told this? He told, yeah, one of your god brother in his lecture he told that. And then I told, okay, please show me. Then all the devotees, we heard the lecture, and there is no clue of this. So, if even being a devotee, if we think that, okay, I have taken this Paita, now I am Brahman, I am much more elevated than other devotees who is doing Sankirtan or who is doing cooking or who is doing some other service. So then these influences will be there. Because he is not considering himself as the Vaishnava, he is considering himself as a Brahmana. Then this Varnashram effect will be affected on him highly. Then he will be greedy. Then he will be poor. Then all of this effect will be there on him. I don't know whether it's satisfying you. Maybe you have some more.
Yeah, not fully, because what is the motive that you curse the person to become greedy?
Okay, what is the motive Mata Lakshmi caste?
Why she cursed for greediness and not for, that they become all repentant, or, they will all now be in contact with Vishnu somehow or other, and they cannot forget him. Why something like you will develop greediness?
Yeah, then we have to ask Mata Lakshmi why she gave this curse.
I don't remember this. I remember just saying that
they will be poor.
I don't remember the part of greedy, but I do.
Yeah, I heard this, I found this that they will be poor, and I heard this also they will be greedy.
But maybe greedy comes more
from the poorness.
Kali Yuga Brahmans only.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I heard that in Kali Yuga Brahmans will be greedy, also everything will be,
distorted.
The qualities will be down.
Yeah, maybe there may be some other good reference or good solution. But why Mata Lakshmi caste, we don't know. But normally she can caste because no chaste women will be happy by watching this incident. Someone is kicking on the chest, and it's the Lord. Then it can be, and there may be some other links, because every time when some leelas are happening, they can be discussed from different angle, and there may be some other links can be there, but I'm not concerned.
That's what I was thinking. And one Mataji on YouTube asked, can you explain this 3.5? Because she was a woman, the intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why considered as a half? She's a half.
Even in the, if I'm not mistaken, in the Quran and in the Bible also, I'm not sure about the Bible. In the Quran also, it is said that women has been made. They consider like this. There is one bone. This that's being made by half from.
And the bone and Eve became a part of it.
Yeah.
Became made of the bone.
And even if we see that when Krishna expanded himself from his right side, Balaram was came, and from his left side, Srimati Radha Thakurani was came. So, though to be honest, if we do the calculation, women are the highly elevated in the spiritual arena, because all of us, we are doing bhakti just to get their shelter only, just to get the shelter of the Gopika, Manjari or Radha Thakurani. That is our purpose. So once I was a little bit confused about this, how it can be, then why women are being considered. Even Krishna told in the Bhagavad Gita that even the women Shudra, and they can take shelter of mine. So there are actually different logics and different references we can show, but to be honest, doing Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj told that doing a particular service in a particular way, that doesn't mean they are inferior. It never been considered, because if you just like imagine the situation of the European or Western countries, mothers, they are trying to be like father. They are smoking and they are doing whatever they like, doing, and the children.
Even fathers
Even
should not do that.
Yeah.
Smoking and doing whatever they like.
And they are giving their children to the hesh. What do you say?
Crèche.
But just coming back to this question, can I contribute? I'm sorry, because we are going already in women.
Yes.
I've heard that it's not from the standpoint of being inferior, but from the standpoint that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being in this body, in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, could not associate with women. Like they could not be even close. Even if the pilgrims from Bengal would come on Jagannath Puri to see him, women were always from distant, and it's described they were paying respect from distant. His mother even could not be near him in terms of geographical distance. Obviously, in the terms of spiritual platform, it's very big difference, because my spiritual master says that we should respect the differences which are material, because they are given, still they are given, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu respected them. So from the standpoint of having not being able to associate with her like 100%, but only maybe 50% even, I do not know how many, what was the distance between them, considering these bodies, From that standpoint, it's considered to be half of the intimate associate, not from the standpoint that she had less something. From the standpoint of not being able to associate, like with the Ramananda.
The level of intimacy.
And also interesting enough is in this thing, I just heard yesterday from a senior devotee, Mukunda Prabhu, that interesting thing is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came for external and internal reasons, two types of reasons. External ones were missionary ones, to save the fallen entities. Internal ones were for his own, meaning that he wanted to taste Srimati Radharani's bhava. And so he had two conchs of associates that helped him in achieving both of these reasons why he came. So the conch of the internal reason why he came was headed by Ramananda Roy and Swarupa Damodar. And the conch of the external reasons was headed by Nityananda Prabhu, who did everything for spreading the preaching, basically, the saving. And
Yes.
this Mataji, I first time, I remember about her being half only, but I now see that she's in the conch of internal, but I do not know in which circumstances she could help him to experience Baba or Srimati Radharani, basically.
Yes, that's
Sorry, it's just
yeah, that's the point. That's the point. That's the point. But yes, I really got frustrated when I see the devotee, they can't respect or they can't deal this vulnerable situations in a proper way, because though he is Lord himself, but he's still like Krishna. He was paying obeisances by touching the feet of the Yudhishthira Maharaj. So even Yudhishthira Maharaj, he knew that he is Krishna, he is the supreme, he is my worshipping deity. But he was taking these obeisances. He was Krishna is giving and he was taking, because Lord also never ignore or never disrespect the social behavior. So that apni achari dharma prabhu annare sikhai. Lord do all the rituals and ritualistic features by himself, so that others get inspired by his behavior. So that's why what is going on in the spiritual world, that's totally different. From the spiritual point of view, if someone make this differentiate, then he must be a fallen, and he will immediately, his progress in bhakti will be stopped. But at the same time, we can't ignore the social behavior, we can't ignore the physical actions and reaction. Like many times Srila Prabhupada, when the reporters were arguing with him, he was saying, okay, now from these days, 1 year your wife will be pregnant and 1 year you will be pregnant. As you are demanding that women and men should be equal. So that's the point. Now, always, as we discussed in one of our previous discussion also, that there are some rules and regulations that never can be explained, that should be taken as it is. Just like in the material purposes also, even in the physics, chemistry, we discussed this. There are many formulas, there are many rules and regulations. Even the scientists, they can't describe. They have to accept it as an authentic. So if you want to, why you are doing so, even we don't know, but we have to do it. So these are the things, these are the formulas, these are the dharma to sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Krishna designed this in this way. So if we accept it, we will be happy. If we align with this, then we will be happy. But if we don't align, just many times, I like that day while going in the train, it was so laughing matter for me. I saw one Mataji, so she was dressing a short dress. So when there was a situation came, she was a little bit in a weird situation. So she was trying to put her dress more and more downward. So immediately I was thinking, you rascal, how it will come down? Because that is the size of this dress. You can make it more lower. So I'm just thinking, if Krishna was saying that, Mataji should wear as small as dress possible, the small dress as small as possible, then what they would do, they will put as much as possible dress, because they are the against of Krishna. It's not that putting this dress, making themselves highly elegant or making themselves aristocrat. It's the reason because they are against the Krishna's will. That's why whatever Krishna say, if Krishna say, okay, now you only put as less as dress possible, they will, no, we want more and more. If Krishna say, okay, you should take non-veg, you should take non-veg, they will say, no, we will take this. Because it's not the point of veg or non-veg, it's point that we are against you. We did this activity in the spiritual world, we became jealous to Krishna, and that's why when we are jealous to someone, whatever he will do, that will seem to us not palatable, not good. So that's why we should not focus why this rule, why this. Sometimes people ask one Mataji was asking Maharaj, Subhakshami Maharaj, why Krishna has taken this peacock feather on his crown? So Maharaj didn't answer. Maharaj was a little bit strong while answering. In some cases, he said, "You are rascal." Have you ever got this experience in one of our program in Bangladesh? So Maharaj was noticing. He was saying, "Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare." So he was noticing whether everyone is reciting. So one time, two time, he was noticing one person, he is not repeating. So he is doing 3 times for that particular person, whether he is repeating or not. But he was not repeating. Then he said, "This is an Ashur." He is an Ashur. Of course, Maharaj can do that, we can't. Maharaj has this power. Of course, I heard that later that person started chanting. So, that's the point. We should not go against the will of Krishna. That's the conclusion. Thank you so much. We did Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya Charitamrita ki
Jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Prema Narottama Prabhu
Jai
ki
Shri
jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.